run us through who's on the grid there, please, mate, and give us a quick rundown on that.
Okay, so on the front row, 2 bikes per grid here, unlike the solos where we're at 3. We've got Lewis Blackstock, Oscar Lawrence, reigning British champions there, starting from pole position. Virtual Mark Wilkes, former world champions, the pair of them. Ben with his brother Tom and Mark with Tim Reeves. Steve Kershaw, Reese Gibbons, they make up the 3rd place position, running a Triumph, all new to them this season. Rob Biggs, Ferry Sagers, rounding out our top 4, and that is 4 GP runners at the front, slightly lightweight machinery compared to the Cup runners, which is a fantastic qualifying position for them. Phil Beld, Phil Hyde, coming in 5th, they're leading the Cup class. Sean Hegarty and young Jack Napton, a fantastic effort there from the young man in the passenger seat of the number 33 outfit, Jack Napton there. Following that, Rob Atkinson and Shane Colebrook, a new pairing for this year, but Rob Atkinson continues with his superb run of form, coming 3rd last year in the Cup class. John Saunders and, where are we there for John? Let's see, John and Rob Coppock, they come in for 8th place. 9th is Pete Founds, Jeff Walmsley, very famous around the TT. They're here on their F2 outfit. 10th place, a man to keep an eye on. 4th in the Cup class, Patrick Farrance and Connor Parkin. Patrick, a very successful Isle of Man TT runner, multiple wins to his name. So definitely keep an eye out for him. His 1st season on the long bike, only his 2nd race weekend, I believe, on that outfit as well. And he's managed to park it in 10th place for this opening race. Following on behind, we've got Ben Holland, Will Stevens, Simon Gilbert, Jody James making up row 6 there. Row 7, Eddie Wakely, Ben Hughes with Andy Peach and Josh Hope alongside. And Steve Ramsden, Maddie Ramsden. Next up with Brian Gray and young Frankie Muldoon. Mark Hegarty and Alex Ludlow bringing up row 9 with their Formula 2 outfit. Darryl Gibson, Sarah Stoko, they're on a bit of a confusing sort of outfit, something rare to see in the sidecar world. That's being powered by a KTM engine. Lots of torque in that small outfit there. Likely to see it wheeling out of the hairpins, out of Melbourne and Goddard's. Stuart Bainborough and Danny Rutland, Charlie Moss, Kirsty Hawkswell, Craig Curry, Justin Sharp, John Holden, Phil Napton, and Ryan and Callum Crowe bring up the tail of the grid.
Okay, 10-lap race there. Now that's what we've got ahead of us here. All close action, ready to rock and or roll. So the tension mounts, the revs rise, the lights go to red. They're out and we're racing, and good start there from that 2nd, 3rd row, I think, by the look of it.
Third row, yeah. Sean Hegarty, fantastic start. Kershaw caught sleeping a little bit. There's Sean Hegarty logging up into turn 1 of Redgate there, but he seals that 3rd place. A fantastic start there from the man Sean Hegarty himself.
Yep, Sean Hegarty, a regular runner here at Bemsey as well. We do see Sean, we have seen him many times over the year. Is he on the 23 machine?
33 for sure.
23 for sure. Yes, exactly.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
it's Dad's favourite number, apparently. There we go. So disappear off out of our sight, but already inside Act Swans. Who's that leading, my friend?
That is Lewis Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence leading away from Ben and Tom Birchall to the front, to not change from the grid. Hegarty pulling a fantastic lead there on that Cup outfit over the 4th place runner. Couldn't quite see who that was, Keith, before they disappeared. Could well be Kershaw holding 4th there.
It's very frustrating not being able to see the battles down the straight there, isn't it, Jed? The grandstand could be a little bit lower.
It is indeed, a few extra metres wouldn't go amiss here, would they?
You know what I mean? It's a story of my life, mate. Okay, here we go then. That is Lawrence and Lawrence leading the way down into the hairpin.
Biggs and Seegers, that is, in 4th place. Kershaw into 6th, but looking up the inside of Phil Bell, Phil Hyde doesn't get the move made into the Melbourne hairpin. Has to sit back there in 6th place and maintain for the moment.
Up to Goddard's go the leaders as the rest of the runners and riders make their way around the Heineken hairpin, as we're calling it this weekend. In deference to the can there. Hopefully lots of mentions to get some freebies. Don't mind what flavour. Over the line we go then, and all close stuff there for the third place, isn't it, mate?
It is indeed, and Kershaw gets the move done on Phil Bell and Phil Hyde, up to 5th place on the run into Redgate there. Nice. Oh, red flag. We have a red flag out there, unfortunately.
I wonder if that's something at Goddard's. Can you see anything at Goddard's there?
I can see a wheel arch. That could be, it's one of the WPS Racing. It could be Eddie Wakely and Ben Hughes. I can see the wheel arch.
Grid full of bikes. We've got a lady with the red flag getting out of the way, so that means we're going to have some red lights on. So Jed, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you do some talking here, because you're very good at this, and away we go.
A much better start for everyone there, much better. No one really bogging down. Hegarty's made an absolute flyer once again, and he looks like he's going to try and seal that 3rd place yet again into Redgate. Third? No, he's gone for the lead. Of course he has. Good old Sean Hegarty. Fantastic move there, Sean.
Wow, that was impressive, wasn't it? When did he start on the grid, Sean?
I think he.
Yeah, you got the
he was 6th.
Wow, 6th to 1st by Redgate.
Yes.
That is a man on a mission,
Yes.
isn't it? He really is going to give this the berries, that's for sure. So we wait for them to appear once again at Schwantz Curve in our sight, and Jed, with younger and much more experienced eyes, can tell us who's leading
That
there.
looks like Birchall has now taken the lead, I would say, as they go into McLean's. Yes, it is the Lewis Orange. Hegarty 2nd, Kershaw 3rd, I would say. Can't quite see where Lewis Blackstock is in all of that furore around 3rd to 5th place there. It's a beautiful run from Birchall out of Coppice there, down the back straight. Lovely exit. That will increase his gap beautifully by the time they come into the foggy S's.
Okay, this is an 8-lap race as well. For those listening at home, you've probably seen it on the screen before we have. For those listening here and not with the TSL timing, as we come down into the hairpin for the first time.
So there's Blackstock and Lawrence going up the inside of Birchall, but Birchall covers it off. Lovely. They have to settle for 2nd place. Kershaw in 3rd place there. Hegarty 4th, now 5th behind Bell and Hyde. 6th, in fact, is Bixton Sagers come through as well. Retirement for Pete Fountain and Jeff Walmsley. That's unfortunate for them. They come into pit lane.
Over the line then, and it is the Birchall outfit across the line ahead of Blackstock and Lawrence there. Then it's Kershaw, Gibbons, Bell and Hyde are up next. Then Biggs and Seegers. It is Hegarty there after that great start. Unfortunately, he comes across the line in the 6th place where he started from. Then we've got Saunders, Coppock, Atkinson and Colebrook, Holland and Stevens. So they're probably not them involved in that incident, or if it is, they've got it pretty repaired pretty quickly. We're missing, it looks like Simon Gilbert and Jody James are missing, and Ryan and Callum Crowe are also on the did not start, as well as Patrick Farrance and Parkin. So there's a few possible candidates there, though I did see what you meant about the fairing there. Anyway, again, battle up the top there, and who have we got there leading the way?
That is Blackstock and Lawrence now, and they've pulled out quite a sizable gap over the Birchall number 16 outfit there. Passenger Mark Wilkes joining Ben Birchall this season on that lovely ride chassis that they operate.
Yeah, the ride chassis that's built locally to here, of course, actually by Mr. Ride, and I'm amazed at the engineering, and he builds everything on that chassis. He does. It's not just a case of buying a load of bits and bolting them together, or even just building the chassis. He builds things like the brake calipers. He's just such a stunning engineer. He really is. And the other thing he's building at the moment is a 2-stroke engine as well.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's actually building his own 500cc 2-stroke engine. And I believe it's just about ready to rock and roll. If he's here this weekend, I'll try and catch up with him.
He is indeed. Dean, you'll find Dean every sidecar round where one of his chassis is racing.
I'll try and catch up and have a chat with him about that at some point. So a couple of people with their rain lights on. Don't really need that right now because there's certainly no rain. The sun to worry about more than anything. So no change in the top, in the lead over the line. There was a change in the lead. It's Blackstock and Lawrence take the lead there from Birchall and Wilkes. Let's see. Kershaw, Gibbons up next.
Really,
the top 3 are all GP machines.
They are top 4 actually. Yes. Yeah.
So first the Cup, Bell and Hyde ahead of Hegarty and Napton there. And then first the F2s is Saunders and Coppock as well. So good little mix.
That's a really good run from John Saunders and Rob Coppock there in 7th place overall. First F2, and they are a long way ahead of Darryl Gibson and Sarah Stoker on their KTM powered machine.
KTM machine will sound quite a bit different to the others, I imagine. Oh, yes. Good lead there for Blackstock and Lawrence. Looks like we're shaping up to have a good little battle for that second place, though. That looks as though that could end in some overtaking action. And I tell you what, that battle for 4th place is far from settled as well, isn't it?
Phil Bell and Phil Hyde on the number 18 outfit. They're not letting that one rest, are they?
Nope, not at all. So again, we speak about the passengers there tucked in tightly as they possibly can, trying to get out of the wind. Fractions of a second is what this game is all about, as the leaders come across the line. And the gap is exactly 1 second? No, 1.6 seconds. There we go. It's all right. It's just a little bit blurry from this distance, I'm afraid. I need a clearer screen. I want those screens to be as clear as that one, basically. That's what we need here. I'll have a word with the bloke who flies in his helicopter at some point. Burchell and Wilkes, Kershaw and Gibbons, Biggs and Seegers, Bell and Hyde, Hegarty and Napton, Saunders and Coppock. No great changes at all. Ramsden and Ramsden. They go past the Gibson and Stokoe outfit, and most importantly, that of course is for good points, because that's second back place in the F2s. Those girls and boys are arguing over there. Sarah Stokoe, one of our female passengers, a very experienced female passenger as well. I'll tell you who I realise I'm missing. I'm guessing these completely due to the world champions, Luke Williams.
So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Luke. I think he's in a bit of a pickle. I know he had a couple of incidents at Le Mans 3 weekends ago.
Okay.
Had a very unfortunate accident. Laidlow brothers, who were meant to be with us this weekend, they had an accident. And Luke Williams, tried as he might, could not help but avoid them in the exceedingly fast turn 1 up the hill of Le Mans.
Okay, I know it well.
Yeah, Sam and Jack losing the rear end and then coming back across the racetrack, and unfortunately Luke had nowhere to go.
Oh, that's a shame.
So Jack Laidlow, he's injured at the moment. I believe he's a broken foot, which is why they're not here. And I think Luke had an eye to do the World Championship this year, but I think he's in a bit of an issue with passengers. And Kershaw and Gibbons have pulled out of 3rd place. They've just come down pit lane there, Keith.
Oh, that's a shame.
Which promotes Sean Hegarty and Jack Napton as well. That's a shame. 2nd in the Cup. So it's 3rd in the GP and 2nd in the Cup. We've just lost in 1 lap, so that's really going to change the order. Rob Biggs, Ferry Seegers inheriting that 3rd place overall on track and 3rd place in the GP class as well.
That's a great shame, unfortunately, because obviously there's a lot of effort, a lot of work that goes into getting yourself onto the grid in the first place. And just to see it all go out the window like that so quickly, it's very frustrating indeed. So hopefully they'll be back. We've got 1 or 2 races for you guys tomorrow.
Yes, 2 races for us tomorrow, slightly longer in length. Obviously this one is now 8 laps, was planned as 10, but tomorrow I believe we've got 2 12 laps. So it's a nice warm-up in the morning.
And you're going to be joining us for those as well, Jen?
I will be, yes. Well, if you wish to have me back, of course.
I certainly do, because your knowledge is a lot better. But having said that, Gary, you probably do better with sidecars than I would, wouldn't you, Gary? I think you're a sidecar man from old. You spent money on them, okay, well, there's plenty of people who spent money on them, that's for sure. Yeah,
definitely.
If you want to make a small fortune out of sidecar racing, start with a large one and give it a couple of years. No, unfortunately, it might be a bit of a crowd favourite, but organisers' favourite, perhaps not. Right, here we go then, over the line once again. We're just completing lap 6, so just the 2 laps to go now. As
we may have a 4-second lead.
Lewis Blackstock. 3 laps. No, sorry, it's not. Sorry, I'm getting the laps mixed up there.
A 4-second lead there for Blackstock and Lawrence, but they are not resting on their laurels. Second fastest lap of the race there at an insanely fast 1:36.651 compared to Birchall's last lap, which is a 1:38.3, so nearly 2 seconds faster. For the number 1 outfit leading the way there.
If you're looking at your souvenir programs at the lap records, these guys don't count for the Bemsey lap records, okay? Because this is a national championship, so it's run outside of our rules. So that means that Sean Hegarty, surprise, surprise, James Neve and Lee Corcoran and Christie will hold on to their lap record for at least another year, because we ain't coming back until next year at the earliest. So 2 visits to Donington this year. We are back here at Donington a little bit later in the year on the national circuit to give you another signature to sort out. But yeah, Blackstock and Lawrence, definitely the class of this field. How many of these girls and boys are off to the island? Do you know at all?
Enough of them. We'll have Birchall and Wilkes going over there. I think Lewis Blackstock, Oscar Lawrence are going as well. So there's 2. Saunders and Copper probably as well, I would imagine. The Ramsons almost certainly. Daryl Gibson almost certainly. So certainly a good 6 or 7 of these.
Yeah, good chunk. And of course the island starts in just a week or so time. Is it a couple of weeks time?
So last week of May is practice week.
So not much of a break before they head for the island.
Lewis Blackstock again, fastest lap of the race, a 1:36.442 this time around. And over 2 seconds quicker than Birchall and Wilkes. So
I'd love to know what the lap record is for these things, actually, because they're setting a cracking pace out there, and it's a good day to be setting lap records as well. We've seen quite a few go in our own classes so far today.
It should be quite a good time for fast laps as well. You know, we've had the sun on the track all day, so the temperatures in the tarmac, but the air temperature is starting to cool off, so it'll be a bit of a cooler air coming into the engine as well.
Absolutely, it works nicely, it really does. Well, I'll wait and see.
Very close there for Andy Peach and Josh Hope against the number 15 outfit of Stuart Bainborough. Peach diving up the inside into Redgate to finish that move off nicely.
Another one of the great stalwarts of the sidecar class, of course, Andy Peach. Another one who's been there or thereabouts for many years. It's one of those things. We do get the people having long-term affairs with the sidecars, and also I love the family relationships you get with the sidecars as well. There's lots of interchangeability between families, isn't there, as well?
Absolutely. I mean, even here, for example, today we've got Sean and Mark Hegarty both driving outfits. On with Sean Hegarty is young Jack Napton. John Holden's passenger is Phil Napton. So there's the Napton family tie there as well, and it runs very, very deep in the sidecar world.
Yeah, no, it's sorry, the Hanks. Yeah, no, the Hanks. There's lots of interchangeability there.
Rob Biggs very loose on the exit of Goddard's there. Very loose. He tries to keep that outfit ahead of the ever-pressing Phil Bell and Phil Hyde there.
Yeah, coming on strong, and I think how far is the race? 07. So this is the last lap they're now on, of course. And Blackstock and Lawrence still pushing on. Another fastest lap. They're just pounding it in.
On the verge of 35s now with a 1:36.149, which is...
I guess they want that 35, don't they?
They
obviously know whereabouts they're going to be.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at the qualifying time. Yeah, 36.5 in qualifying. So yeah, they know the speed is there, don't they?
Absolutely. They were Birchall wasn't too far away in qualifying, but they were sort of a second and a half ahead of Kershaw in 3rd place. So those front two were just on another level. And speaking of Kershaw, he has rejoined the racetrack, him and Rhys Gibbons.
Okay.
Hopefully just trying to iron out some problems in anticipation for tomorrow morning.
I guess the other thing, of course, is if you make it to the end, you'll be classified as a finisher, and you'll get points if only in your own class. And as we all know, it's the points that make the prizes at the end of the season. And we've all seen championships won by fractions of points over the years. So
here they come, our race leaders to take the flag. A fantastic run by our reigning champions there of Lewis Blackstock, Oscar Lawrence. Absolutely brilliant run. Here comes 2nd place, Ben Birchall, Mark Wilkes, with a gap of 10 seconds at the end there. Lewis Blackstock rolling out of it for a 1:37 at the end there, so dialing back that 1:36 pace he showed towards the second half of the race. Fantastic podium to open the season for Rob Biggs, Ferry Sagers. A victory in the Cup class from 4th overall for Phil Bell and Phil Hyde. Followed home by John Saunders and Rob Coppock, an excellent run on their little F2 machine. And another solid result for Rob Atkinson and Shane Colebrook.
Right, Jed, thank you very much indeed for joining me up here. I really, really do appreciate your help.
No worries, Keith. Thank you very much for having me.
I have to say, it's also really good to have you up here when we had the red flag there, because we can have a very pleasant, intelligent chat.
Yeah.
Thank you for the education. You've answered a lot of questions I've always wanted to ask, particularly a sidecar passenger. It's one of those things that keep meaning to go around the sidecar paddock and have a chat with people. I don't know people that well, and I ran on myself and Rick were walking around for a couple of hours today, and all of a sudden it's like, right, we've got a race to talk about in 10 minutes.
Yes,
we better get to work. It's amazing how quickly the time goes. So thank you very much indeed for the enlightening entertainment and the conversation. So
thank you very much, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you.
Take care indeed. So Jed, time for you to hand over to Gary James and. Oh yeah, I've got an MZ race. So, all right. Thank you very much, Jed. See you later. So that means it's time for me to hand over to my regular loyal sidekick here.